All right, let's talk about HESI. So HESI is one of the entrance exams that nursing schools use as a part of the prerequisites to get into their program. There are other similar exams such as PACS by NLN. There is TEAS, there is NET, there is AccuPlacer. There are a bunch of different ones. But today we're going to talk about HESI. So behind me here is the basic skeleton of the what's on the HESI test, right? Reading, comprehension, vocabulary, grammar, math, biology, A&P, okay? There's some physics on there and chemistry as well. How do you do well on the HESI test? The first thing you need to do is you should be taking your HESI test after you completed a majority of your prerequisites. Knowledge from the prerequisites will help you do well in the exam. So when you're taking the classes, don't just try to remember just to pass a test. You need to remember it so you can also pass the HESI at the end of that journey before you apply to nursing school. Next, you need to use the HESI guide. So whatever you use as far as study material for HESI, I have some linked in my Night Nurse faves of some of the ones that I liked and that my mentees have used that they've found with success. So if you want to choose from that list, go ahead. But for the most part, get you a HESI review book and study it back and front. Next, you need to do practice questions, okay? While you're doing the practice questions, you should be going over test-taking strategies as well. A lot of these things on the HESI require memorization. So incorporating flashcards is a good way to help remember the material so you can sit for the test and get the questions correct. Next, have a study schedule. If you say to yourself, I'm going to spend 3 weeks to study for the HESI, set aside time each day where you're going through the material and stick with it. Also, while you're studying, if there's a specific subject matter that you're not getting the questions right, so say, for instance, you're having trouble with the math questions. So there's a lady on YouTube, Jakara Lewis. She goes over TEAS and HESI math. If you're struggling with English, there's a lady also on there. Her name is Carolyn McAllister. She helps with the English. If you're struggling in the sciences, Khan Academy is a really good place to edify the things that you're a little bit weak on to make sure you get the best grade possible. Now, not doing well on the test, the HESI is not the end of the world, but it is in your best interest that if you're applying to a competitive program, that you obtain a competitive score. If anyone has any other tips about preparing for nursing entrance exams, go ahead and put them down in the comments and be sure to follow me for more nursing content like this and other things.